Hello, this is a review of the syllabus for MB7700. This is the first page of the syllabus that shows my office hours. You can also see the course description and course outcomes on this first part of the slide. You'll also notice here we have the mastery scale. Mastery is a 4, proficiency is a 3, developing is a 2 or a 1, depending on how developing the assignment is, and unsatisfactory is 0. This is usually it was missed entirely. The grades are on a 4.0 scale, much like a GPA, so I will cover this a little bit more in the grading section for how exactly this works. This is an online blended class. Some students will be 100% online, others will be blended. I've combined the two sections into one. So if you see blended, it's talking about the 821 section. If you see online, it's talking about the 201 section. But 90% of the course, we are going to have the exact same content. We're going to be using Blackboard for this class. All of the weekly sequences are there, the assignments are there, and the syllabus is also housed there. There's no textbook, but there will be articles, videos, and materials in Blackboard. Blackboard will always be up to date the week before the content starts. So for example, week 3 content will be correct by midweek of week 2. So once a week starts, the content is up to date. But as the class progresses, I may add or delete content if our flow changes and maybe somebody asks a really great question and we jump content a little bit. So if you are working ahead, just know that I will normally let you know when something changes, and I'll be putting up weekly announcement so you know exactly what's expected of you for the week. Participation is key. We are going to be doing something a little bit different in this class for participation. At the end of the class, we are going to rank each other in who taught us the most to who taught us the least. There'll be a discussion thread for this, and you can use whatever criteria you deem was most helpful. If it was number of posts was the most helpful to you, you can use that in your criteria. If it was this student had a really fantastic insight and this one thing changed the way I thought about marketing entirely, maybe that's how you weight it. We'll get to that a little bit later in the class, but really what you need to know is I am going to force us into best content to worst content. We'll decide then if worst content is a B or worst content is an F, but we are going to peer review participation at the end of this course. I do not have required comments to classmates. I did some research over the summer that showed there is absolutely no academic return on investment for you to do X number of posts a week. So I do a knowledge check with most of the discussions, and then how much you want to help your peers and earn your participation grade will define how much you want to participate in our class discussions. Attendance, you have to post the discussions. If you're in face-to-face, you should attend the classes. If you have something that comes up where you're going to miss content, either online or blended, traveling, sickness, just be proactive in your communication and we can work something out. The late policy. I do 10% a day and it will not be submitted after 2 days. You are in graduate school. You should be able to work to a deadline. Again, if something comes up proactively before the due date, you can contact me. We can have a discussion and we can possibly make an allowance. But it's 10% per day, and after 2 days, I will not accept it unless we've discussed something ahead of time. Discussion questions are already spoke to. We will have them in multiple weeks, and I will not require you to respond to classmates, but you may want to. Here are our assignments. You can see we have a new product assignment. In our Week 1 reading, I do explain a little bit the concept of the class, but really all you need to know is all of our assignments are equally weighted, so all of our performance indicators are equally weighted, and I'll get into this a little bit more in the grading. You also have 10% participation, which is the stack rank participation I spoke to earlier. And here is our schedule. Where it says face-to-face, if you are an online student, you will go to the online folder in course resources and get your content there that will supplement the face-to-face calendar time. This is subject to change, as I spoke to earlier. If we get off track, a discussion and a topic jumps, we might want to come back to it. I will go into more in the Blackboard folder. This was the syllabus review.